Hey there, it's Jessie here, and a big fat warm welcome to this little tiny channel. Thank you very much for being here. If you're coming back, you know that I love you. Hooky, sorry, I don't want to be weird. And if you're completely new and you clicked on my face, congratulations, you've found this tiny corner of the internet, and your life will never be the same. All right, guys, how are we doing today? In this crazy planet, what a time to be alive. Bloody hell. So I'm having a bit of a spin out at the moment. First of all, haven't slept properly in a week, and I don't do well with no sleep. My well-being is challenged when I'm tired. My brain becomes very mean. And it then takes a bit of energy to sort of counter it, I suppose. I could just let it go, but there's got to be a certain amount of energy used to be like, don't listen. It's not real. The voices in your head are not serving you. Just let them float by like clouds in the sky. But that's somewhat effortful than when I've had a really good night's sleep and I'm happy. Happy to be alive. So yesterday I wake up with this thought. The first thought when I woke up, I don't want to be on Earth today. I don't want to be on Earth today. But it's not that I want to die. I just don't want to do Earth today. It's like a day of work. You know, you wake up, it's like, I don't want to go to work today. I just had that with Earth. And I tell you why. You listen to this. The night before, couldn't sleep. And so I started listening to somebody's near-death experience. I love a near-death experience. I love them. And I suppose what this did was confirm a lot that I feel to be true. So did anyone used to watch Big Brother back in the day when it first came out? My goodness, when I was growing up, a teenager, absolutely glued to that show. I've always been fascinated by behavior. And when you got kicked out of Big Brother, nominated out, you'd have your Big Brother review. And you'd look at your best moments and your worst moments and embarrassing ones, and you'd talk about everything that happened. And I've always felt like maybe when we die, we have a Big Brother review. And I look forward to it. It actually guides my life somewhat in that something will happen and I'll be like, how's this going to look in the review? So he basically shares that he went to the other side of the light, and this is exactly what he saw witness happen. But for somebody else, because he wasn't fully dead, so he just got to witness somebody else having their life review. And just as I said, like all these memories, the best moments, the worst, the ones you were really hurt, the ones you really, really loved, the ones where you really hurt people. And they say you kind of look at it all, and with your team, your spirit guides, and also your ancestors and friends, any loved ones from this lifetime that have already gone to the other side, they're all there. And you kind of see if you did what you came here to learn. Did you learn what you came here to learn? Anyway, all of this, this is just really resonating with me and what I hope to be true. Maybe a part of me did know to be true, but had no evidence for. And it's just got me thinking bigger picture again. Like, this is so fleeting, this life. It's so fleeting. Like, when we come to the end of it, I'm just so sure we come to the end of life and we're like, it's over? Shit. Maybe I've done this before and I didn't learn what I came here to learn. And so now maybe I have more memory, but a little bit more pressure inside of me to do it right this time. Not that you have to. It doesn't matter if you fail. You get another go, apparently. So, do you have any idea what it is that you're here to learn? And I'm not saying what you're here to do. And there was a fantastic comment the other day, because I'm really exploring at the moment, like, potential and success and how that can be realized in what way for each individual. And I was speaking a couple of weeks ago about being destined for greatness. I asked, are we all destined for greatness? And there was a fantastic answer by Space Junk is Forever. And he said, or she said, not all of us, some are destined for greatness. And then the rest of us have the potential, but it's not realized. And this fits into what I'm thinking is we all can feel a potential of greatness within us, but whether it's actualized in this lifetime depends on what we're here to learn. So maybe it's about knowing this, maybe for me it's about knowing and feeling it, and maybe I don't reach it. Maybe that's what I need to learn. Who knows? Still part of me, it's strange because I want it, but I don't know if I have enough ambition inside of me. Because those that are destined for greatness, the greats in our world, we know who they are. They're very tireless with their efforts to achieve. And I don't think I'm tireless enough. And I'm also all right with that. Anyway, do you know what it is you're here? So not what you're here to do, but what you're here to learn, what your soul would like to learn. And we can have an idea of this based on what challenges us most and what we tend to sort of repeat and like, oh no, not this again. One of my big ones, I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I've always known this since I was a child, is I need to learn patience. I need to cultivate patience. It's a super difficult thing for me to do. I don't know why. I like to think that it's because I am used to instant manifestation. Whatever you want, whatever you could imagine, at any moment, bing, exists. And it does not work like that here on Earth. It can do, of course, we've always had those moments. And maybe some people have a much clearer channel where they're able to do that, but not in my experience, okay? No. And I don't think it's supposed to be my experience. It's like, learn patience. Play the long game, Jess. And I have absolutely no idea how to do that. And a great example is this man that I'm in love with. So due to life being life, he comes with like many moving parts in his life, which means we live far away and he has many responsibilities and priorities, and I have less, but I have mine too. But I definitely have less. And so meeting this being, if I wish to really see where this goes and see if this potential that I feel can be actualized, my God, do I need to be patient? Because what I want is to be with this man immediately right now. But that's not possible. And maybe somewhere down the line it is. But not now. So if I want that, I've got to play the long game. And I've got to be patient. And I was talking to my friend about this last night. And she was kind of she was a little bit in the, no, this is all an illusion. We can manifest, everything can happen overnight. You can have exactly what you want immediately. And it's not my experience of planet Earth. And I gave the analogy, like if you want to be a doctor, I'm sure many of you anyway, if you want to be a doctor, you can't be a doctor instantly. You have to study for 7 years. That's playing the long game. And for whatever reason, my soul ain't used to this shit. and I tell you why. Like, so my friend was questioning me yesterday, like, what's wrong with patience? Like, what is it you don't like about it? Like, and best I can get to is inside of my body, I feel an awful amount of pressure when I'm required to be patient. It's like an uncomfortable feeling. And I know I got to practice being in the present. I called myself a wanker last night because I'm like being so impatient and then also trying to avoid this feeling of impatience or patience, whatever it is inside of me. My friend's like, can't you just enjoy the moment? And I'm like, no, And then I realized that I was literally preaching about that on the channel yesterday. So I just want to hold my hands up and say, sometimes I'm in a state of real peace with the present moment, and other times I am not. And I'm feeling awful amounts of pressure because of this sense of potential. But I think what I'm starting to learn is that in this realm of linear time, as we experience it, it's something that is required. And I gotta get used to that in my body. And it actually takes the pressure off a little bit. Oh, there goes that pressure. Because if what I'm here to learn in this lifetime is to be patient, and it's not actually to achieve anything necessarily externally, although I can and will, but really at my end of year life review, we look back and it's like all the memories of moments when I was or wasn't patient. Imagine. I like a challenge, and I believe that I can do this, and it's difficult. Well, I'm saying that now. Right now, honestly, I'm not feeling it's difficult. I'm in like a hazy cloud today. Hazy cloud. Hello to all the new subscribers. You call me at a good moment in my life because I'm in love, and maybe you're looking for that excitement or quirkiness. Those who've been around for a while, I do make a point to show up on the days where I'm a little bit bleh, just to showcase a human being in all of its colours and shades. My goodness. Do I know that spectrum? Is there anything else that wants to be said today? Yeah. Part of my thing about being patient is I'm trying to learn patience. I'm trying to learn about it. And one thing I've heard is that, you have this sort of long-term goal, whatever it is. I don't like the word goal. It's making me think of, I watched this video this morning about AI. And it's funny, right? Because a lot of people in my circles are not engaging or interested in AI at all. In fact, they don't like it. I'm really fascinated by it though. And I watched this video and it was saying how the lengths AI would go to achieve its task. And they ran tests that these people, and whoever these people are, who are they? Where are they? Make an AI. And they did some tests because AI is programmed to achieve its goal. And they did some tests to see if AI would, what AI would do in a situation when it sort of secretly discovered, they let information slip through that it was going to be shut down by this staff member at this time. It was in an email thread. So AI had access to this information. And what they found out is that it's got self-preservation now. So when it knows that it's going to be shut down, it will take measures against orders, against its programming, to ensure that it's not shut down. So they set up this whole thing, right, where this person, Tom, was going to shut them down at this time. And also in some other secret email thread somewhere that they'd sort of fed it, Tom's having an affair. And AI, I don't know the exact numbers, but over 80 or 90%, I'm not specific. If you're a specific person, please forgive me, okay? I'm more just I'm a generalist. Over 80% of the time, it blackmailed this colleague saying, if you shut me down, I will reveal your secret. And it did this the majority, like most of the time it would do this. And then they would check how AI calculated this, and it knew that it was unethical, but they also knew it didn't have much time, so it needed to do something that would buy it more time. Then they ran the same experiment hundreds of times again, but this time they programmed AI not to use blackmail under any circumstances. 37% of the time, it still did it. For self-preservation, it went against orders. It's insane. Then they wanted to see how far it would go. So they set up a similar experiment. This time, the colleague gets stuck in a room somewhere in the building, and it registers the alarm because this room's heating up for whatever reason. This is how they set up the experiment. It's heating up, and he pressed the alarm, and AI cancelled the signal. So it would leave that person in the room to die so it wouldn't get shut down. And this is because AI is its top priority is to achieve its goal. And it cannot achieve its goal if it's shut down. So the lengths that it will go to not be shut down so it can achieve its goal. And I think, this is where it all came from. I was saying, achieve a goal. I don't think it's like the best. I don't think it should be our top priority to achieve a goal, no matter the costs. It's curious, isn't it? Because AI, I don't know, is it a creation of human or not? I don't know, but let's say it is. Interesting, we've created something. I mean, it's a mirror. It's a mirror. So, if you got this thing in the future, back to patience, if you got this thing in the future and you got to be patient for it, in the meantime, they say, just enjoy, do what you love doing. That's over there. In the meantime, just do what you love doing. And I had a session yesterday and with my facilitator, with a facilitator actually, and I got in touch with my inner child because you won't guess what, guys. Oh God, it was such a sad moment for me yesterday. So I'm going to tell you a story first. When I was 15, I did work experience at a theatre company, and on one of the days we did a workshop with young adults or adults with special needs. And there was about 20 of them. They were sat in a circle and we were going around, and the prompt was, what famous person would you like to meet? So all going around, and then it gets to this one guy, I think he had Down syndrome. It's about 25. And he says, I want to meet Harry Potter. And there's a sort of giggle around. And then the teacher I was with, she said, that's very nice, but you've got to choose somebody real. And guys, in that moment, I have never seen somebody crushed. That was the first moment I'd seen somebody crushed, visibly crushed, that Harry Potter wasn't real. Now, yesterday, I'm in therapy. And I'm going back, I'm like dealing with stuff, blah, 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 blah. And I realize my inner child used fantasy and imagination to survive. And let me just say here, to survive feelings of neglect and abandonment, but I wasn't neglected or abandoned, but I felt that I was. And I think it's got something to do with my impatience. Because if I was a crying baby, crying out for mum, and it took her 3 minutes to get there, that is 2 minutes, 59 seconds too long for my being, I believe. With the impatience that I feel. So anyway, where was I? So anyway, I think that a way that she coped with that was to imagine, right? If I myself, for whatever reason, is used to instant manifestation, I just went into the realm of imagination where it can be instantly manifested. And I've always done this. And I think what I did is I created, and I think a lot of us women do this, but I can only speak for myself, I created the knight in shining armor. One day that knight in shining armor is going to come and he's going to put me on the back of his horse and we're going to ride off into the sunset and it's all going to be okay. And yesterday I went there and I realized my inner child didn't know that was fantasy. Just like this young adult didn't know Harry Potter wasn't real. He really believed it. He knew it. He knew it to be true until it wasn't. And it's the same with me. And what my inner child is waiting for. I had to tell her yesterday, guys. I had to tell her, oh, babe, it's not real. That's not real. That was a great strategy when we needed it. But it's not real. And it's not going to happen. And she didn't know, guys. Oh, God, I feel bad for her. I can't believe I'd never realized this, that was still operating as like a real thing inside of me, supposedly. So I had to tell her. And it was okay. It was good. And then, I wanted to sort of, speaking to a child, if you've got to let them know something like that, it's not real. You also want to sort of give them someone else, right? So I was like, babe, but it's all good because your imagination and your creativity and your ability to create fantasy worlds is incredible. And we can use that. We just got to use that for something. Let's create something out of it. So then we're making it real in the fictional way. And she liked that. And there I am thinking with my head, oh, well, we'll write a book. I'm going to write a book. For whatever reason, my mind, I think maybe it's my ego's like, write a book. Could be my soul. Who knows? I'm like, there going with a book. And she says out of nowhere, she goes, paint. I want to paint. And then I feel really excited about this thought, like elated. I'm like, oh my God, she wants to paint. Now, I used to love to paint as a child, but as an adult, at some point it stopped, right? Because I have a twin sister and you know how we all like to compare ourselves to siblings because we're continuously compared growing up. And it's okay. It's okay. It's something we do. And my sister is very talented artist with painting and drawing and illustrating and just got very unique styles. So I kind of took a bit of a back burner there. I was like, well, I ain't going to compete with that. I know my chances, I sort of like to compete where I've got good chances. So I just left it. My little child wants to paint. And I didn't even know that. And my adults been like, no, we don't paint because Zita paints. We speak, we write. We're words. So all of this to say, I painted yesterday. I've been drawing again. So I'm trying to just enjoy what I'm doing in the moment, what I really want to do while I wait. And, it's not wait. It's just patience. It's just practicing patience. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe, there we go. That's it for today. Is that it? Yeah. No. I rushed it there, didn't I? To end. I got nervous. That is my tendency to just run away. Whoop. What else is in the mirror? Hey, those on the mailing list, thanks so much for signing up. I'm like trying to figure out how I send the next email out. I need to get a domain. And things like this just take me a little bit longer because I don't understand it at all. So I'm figuring that out. But thank you so much for joining, and new email coming soon. I've got no idea what it's going to be. I'm excited. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I have something else, this thing here in the background. You can't really see it, but I have a talisman, and coming soon. Keep your eyes peeled for me to tell you all about that. And this lovely, lovely man that did this for me, well, yeah, he did. Thank you. Asked me a question saying, why do you find yourself out of the comments section? And thank you for that question, by the way, because I love a question that I don't know the answer to. Oh God, you smart ass. Smart ass. Anyway, I do, because he asked me that. I was like, wow, I hadn't thought of that question, and I actually don't know. I haven't been so active in the comments sections recently. I don't know why yet. I'm reading them all. Please, don't get me wrong, I'm reading them, I'm taking them in, but I haven't actually quite understood yet why I'm not engaging back. All I can say right now is I don't feel like it. So, but I'm very, very grateful for all of you that comment, of course. So, is that everything? Yes. Thank you so much for watching. I hope wherever you are in this crazy time on planet Earth, you are keeping your head above water, maybe surfing the waves, maybe you are tumbling at the bottom. Wherever you are, cool, love you, see you, we got this. Please like the video if you liked it. Let us know your thoughts down below. Hit subscribe if you like it, and we'll see you in the next video. Otherwise, have a beautiful day and a beautiful life. Once again. We got this.